I hate the fact that I have to sit down and make this video because I'd much rather talk about things that I enjoy. But I do like to correct misinformation, be it in Star Wars, Dragon Ball, Marvel, what have you. This commenter went on a tirade in my comment section essentially saying that DEI is racist. And I see this a lot because people don't understand what it is. I'm going to be fair and say that not everybody is a willfully ignorant moron. Some people are just misinformed, so I'm gonna break it down in the best way I know how. Say you are given the task of picking out 20 M&Ms and putting them in a glass bowl. Sounds like a pretty straightforward task. However, there's a small problem. The person who actually do the task comes by and sees that you've only placed red M&Ms in the bowl. Now, of course, there's a few exceptions. There's a yellow one here or a blue one there, but 99.9% of them are red M&Ms. So your boss says, hey, so the client who asked us to do this actually wants the bowl to resemble what a bag of M&Ms looks like. But the person picking out the M&Ms says that he mostly picked the red ones because they just feel familiar. We will assume for the sake of argument that he does not hate the other M&Ms, he just resonates more with the red M&M because it's his favorite from the commercials. So the person picking the M&Ms clearly has a bias. And it's one that he doesn't really see a problem with because as far as he's concerned, he's just picking the best M&M. Now, anybody who's eaten a bag of M&Ms knows that unlike Skittles, M&Ms all taste exactly the same. So there's no real reason why you can't just put the other M&Ms in there. So the boss says, okay, seeing as you cannot pick out M&Ms without a bias, we're going to put a blindfold on you and make you pick them out that way. This way, every perfectly good M&M has a fair shot of making it into the bowl. Now, I know what some of you are probably gonna say. If we're blindfolded, how can we tell if the M&Ms are good or bad? That's the beautiful thing about M&Ms. If they weren't good, they wouldn't be in the bag. Before the M&Ms get placed into the bag, the M&M company makes sure that all the M&Ms were sourced from not spoiled chocolate, made from not spoiled milk, don't have some poison in it. So when you bite into a handful of M&Ms, you know you're not taking cyanide. Because if there was anything wrong with those M&Ms, they would have been vetted out. It's kind of like they interviewed every single individual M&M and put them in the bag based on how capable they were of being M&Ms. Oh, well, what if a subpar M&M makes it into the bag? Well, that's what we have recalls for. If an M&M is not a good M&M, said M&M will be found out, and said M&M will be fired. Sent back to the company. Now, some M&Ms might look a little different. Some M&Ms might be two M&Ms fused together. Some M&Ms might even have an M that looks like an N. But at the end of the day, every M&M tastes the same. The blindfold does not mean that more bad M&Ms are getting through. It just means that every colored M&M has a similar shot. So if you are complaining that the bowl of M&Ms looks more like what a bag of M&Ms should look like, then the problem isn't with the M&Ms. You have cavities and you do not brush your tongue. But as always, I want to hear from you guys. What's your favorite Halloween candy? Leave it in the comments, let me know. And always remember to brush your teeth. I can smell this guy's breath through the comments.